Hey everyone, what is going on? My name's Archer Live, and in today's video we're going to be discussing whether Overkill should make any more episodes for the Payday 2 web series, or even get working on a feature-length Payday 2 film. It's something I've been thinking about for a little while. As somebody who's done a few recreations in the past of Payday 2 trailers in GTA, it's something I've been thinking about because when you do what I do in recreating certain trailers and going, oh, okay, how is this going to fit and translate into GTA? How are these certain scenes going to move over into Grand Theft Auto, and how is it going to work when I record it and edit it and all that stuff? Basically what I have to do is, as part of that process, is sit and analyse every trailer in depth and have a look at every little hidden detail to try and get the best idea of how it'll work. And as a result, I've seen every single Payday 2 DLC trailer that's ever been released multiple times, and I've also watched the Payday 2 live-action web series that was released in 2013 to support the game's launch. However, the thing to notice is that they only made 6 episodes, and they have not added to that at any point afterwards from that point. The only times they've done live-action scenes after that is for certain DLC trailers, such as the Dentist or the Biker Packs. Now, if we were talking about any other game franchise, we probably wouldn't even be having this discussion right now, mainly because a lot of the time when video games are translated to films or TV shows or anything like that, they get a lot of criticism for mainly A, not sticking well to the material, B, having poor voice acting, directing, producing and all that stuff, and just other little things that people tend to nitpick at and criticise for, you know, not really being the most accurate representation in live action. But with Payday 2, it's a completely different story, and that's mainly because Overkill and anyone else involved in making these live action episodes and DLC trailers have shown continuously, time after time, they can make a really accurate representation of Payday 2 in the real world, and in such a way that everything blends seamlessly, and you even see all the voice actors who actually play themselves in the main game, or just the face representations, coming into Payday 2 to play those characters again, and add some more flesh, some more character development, more, at least especially, than you would see in the actual game. But as well as the amazing acting talent that you've got playing the main characters, such as Eric Etabari playing Dallas, Damion Poitier playing Chains, Derek Ray playing Houston, you've also got other actors you may know from other TV shows or films, such as Ron Perlman, the American actor that pretty much any American that you speak to on Payday 2 says that they like in the game. Most known for Hellboy, I think, is the one that I would pick out. And also Giancarlo Esposito, I hope I pronounced that right, who played Gus in Breaking Bad, someone I actually really like, so seeing him in Payday 2 is amazing, because I loved Breaking Bad, it was such a good TV show. And also adding new characters to the universe, such as Greta, an assassin who we see mainly featured in one episode in particular in the web series, but I won't go into details in case you haven't watched it, because it really is worth your time if you haven't actually gone and watched the episodes yet. But with all that said and done, what we're really here to talk about today is what comes next. We've had the 6-episode web series with its own little story, but the thing I will say is that it doesn't really finish very well. It's kind of left open and not really concluded very well. And my honest opinion is that this was done intentionally so that they could add more episodes to the game at a later date. And of course, now that raises the question, will there actually be any more episodes? Will there be any more live-action DLC trailers? Or will Overkill go really ambitious and think, you know what, let's go for a full-on Payday 2 movie? Well, I've done some digging online, I've had a look on the Payday Wiki, I've had a look on a bunch of Steam forums to try and get as much information as I can. Interestingly enough, if you look at the Payday 2 Wiki, there is actually an article at the very top that's quoted, and they say in there that there has been confirmed there will be a 7th episode of the web series, and also there is a movie in development. But I followed the link to the article, and it was actually just a Facebook page called Payday Web Series. I don't even think it's official, I think it's a fan page, to be honest. I scrolled through right back to 2014 to 2013, couldn't find the article that had been quoted, it wasn't a direct link, so I'm pretty sure that that was just made up and that the wiki has actually misquoted something there. And I had a look on some forums, people are talking about what they'd like to see and ideas for what they'd like to see in a show, but there's nothing officially confirmed. So in order to try and find out more about what's going on and what Overkill have planned, I thought I would contact Damion Poitier, who I mentioned earlier as the voice actor for Chains, and I thought I'd ask him and just see whether he had information to share as to whether anything else was being planned for Payday 2 live action episodes or a movie. I asked him, just wondering, has anyone at Overkill etc. said they're going to do another web series episode for Payday 2 or even a movie? I'm hearing a couple of people say it's been suggested but found nothing solid, and I want to see you, Eric, and the rest of the guys back again. He then said lots of talk, but nothing solid planned as far as I know. I just want to say thank you to him for letting me quote that. I asked him afterwards whether he was happy with me to quote him in this video, and he has said that's absolutely fine. So thank you very much, Damion. If you are watching this, thank you for letting me quote you for this video. It's meant a lot, and it's actually added quite a bit to this little discussion. But it's very interesting because that isn't a no to anything that I've asked there. It isn't a no to another episode of a series, and it isn't a no to a movie. Doesn't mean both will happen. Keep that in mind. It doesn't mean because he's not said no that both of them are definitely going to happen. And of course, actors won't be the first person to know when these things have been confirmed, because there has to be planning behind the scenes as to when they're actually going to arrange it. Then they get the actors in, then they get the stuff filmed, edited, uploaded, and all that good stuff. But what this does actually tell us is that there is some intention to go back to the live-action Payday universe and give it a bit more time, a bit more effort, and add a bit more to the whole universe that we've seen grow in 2013, and then following on from that with some of the live-action trailers that have been released since then. And what's particularly exciting about that concept is that you could see more and more of your favourite characters in new episodes or in this film. The thing to remember is that with the original web series, it was released in 2013, exactly the same time as Payday 2 was released. And obviously for those of you who have been around since launch, there were only 4 characters in the original game: Dallas, Houston, Chains, and Wolf. And beyond that, we haven't really seen many other actors come into the live-action universe, apart from a few new heisters, such as Old Hoxton when they did the Hoxton Breakout trailer, Jimmy for the Hardcore Henry packs, also Dragon for the Bomb Heist trailer, and he also came back in the Biker Pack trailer, where we also saw Rust, played by Ron Perlman. But there's still plenty of characters who haven't actually had a debut in the live-action series. Does this mean we'll see them? Maybe not. Might see them. They might drop in and add new characters. Personally, as someone who likes Sydney so much, I would love to see her in a live-action episode, but that's just me because you guys know how much I like her as a character. Of course, there will be some actors who are less likely to be in there. For instance, John Wick. Now, Keanu Reeves didn't play John Wick in his introduction trailer, which was another live-action one which only featured Damion Poitier as one of the main Payday characters. There were no other main heisters in that trailer. But John Wick was only ever in that by voice, and he was voiced by the voice actor who plays him in the actual game, rather than Keanu Reeves, which makes it very unlikely that Keanu Reeves would actually come into Payday 2 at this point and actually play the character in a live action show or even a film. The film, it might be more possible depending on how large a scale they actually put the film out, whether it's direct to DVD kind of thing, like some of the Batman ones more recently, like The Killing Joke, or whether they actually do a full-on like cinema launch, which I don't really think is a scale that's feasible for Payday 2, because you'd have to think and like compare it to Hitman or Tomb Raider. I don't quite know whether they'd manage that scale. It'd be amazing if they could, but I'm just not too sure because it depends very much on financing and whether they think there would actually be a good outcome from there. But it gives us a lot of things to discuss and a lot of things to talk about and a lot of things to consider. Now, I haven't got a lot more information other than that because I don't want to sit here and speculate for ages. I've made my points pretty clear, and I personally would like to see a lot more added to the Payday 2 live-action web series, and the idea of a movie would be absolutely brilliant. I would love to see it, because the atmosphere and the tone and the acting and the whole premise of all the stuff I've seen so far shows they can do it. It shows they can handle it. They've got the right actors playing the parts. They've got the right directors and producers making the things happen behind the scenes that make it so good. And I honestly would just love to see more of it. And it sounds as though there is a possibility that we could do. But now I want to know what you guys think down in the comments section below, and as always I want to end this off with a little bit of a dialogue where I say to you guys, what do you think about the things I've said in this video? Once again, I want to thank Damion Poitier for letting me quote him in this. I know I've said that already, but it means a lot that he let me, because he didn't have to say that at all. He could have said, well, really, I'm probably not supposed to say anything about that. I probably should just keep tight-lipped, but he has let me, so thank you very much, Damion. But what do you guys think? Do you think there will actually be more live-action episodes? Do you think there'll be a new film? Do you think they'll actually work on something feature-length? I want to know what all you guys think down below in the comments section. Let's get talking, let's get discussing about it, and if I hear anything, I'll make sure to do a video on it, because it's something I really desperately want. There's plenty of things, even if they don't do modern stuff, like they could explain some of the origin things, how Hoxton got arrested, stuff to do with Hector with the FBI, how he ended up becoming a rat, how he set up the Payday gang. There's plenty of opportunities there to get loads more story and loads more expansion to the lore the game has given us, because there is a pretty damn tasty universe in the Payday 2 gameplay and the Payday 2 atmosphere in general, and there's plenty of stuff to explore, and hell, like I've said, there could be plenty of new characters they could introduce as well, just like Greta, who can actually basically just melt into the Payday 2 universe, become a part of it, and assimilate themselves with it in the exact same way that the actual playable characters, Bane, everyone else, the contractors like Vlad and the Elephant, all those people who have just blended in and become part of this huge Payday 2 basically universe is the best way to describe it. And if they can add more to it and add more story to it, it would only be a good thing in my opinion. But do you guys agree? Let's get talking down in the comment section below. And other than that, thank you all very much for watching this video. It's very much appreciated that you have checked it out. And other than that, I'll see all you guys talking down in the comment section below. Leave a like if you have enjoyed this video. And guys, subscribe if you are new. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take it easy.
Move. You up for this?
Sure am. It's payday, ain't it?